Hi children, welcome back to the Max class. So I'm here again back as in the last previous video we are dealing with chapter 1 from class 7. Yes, integers. Yes. So did you understand the definition of integers? Okay. So once let us recall it once again. Integers are nothing but a set of numbers. Integers are nothing but a set of numbers which contain both positive and negative number along with the zero. Okay, both negative, positive and zero. So altogether they constitute integers. Yes. So this was the definition which was explained for you in the last previous video. And now I'm here again back for the next following video which is related to the properties. Okay, properties. So what is this property first? Property means nothing but there are 4 different types of properties here which tells you how to follow your calculation. Properties are those which will guide you like formulas, how to do that. Okay, so if you follow certain properties, certain problems will be solved very fastly and very easily. Okay, yes. So now let us see what are those 4 properties which are there included in this chapter of integers. The first and the foremost property is the closure property. Okay, what is it called? Closure property. The first one is a closure property. Okay, the first one is a closure property. First, let me tell you what does this closure property tell us. This closure property tells us if there are 2 integers, it seems. If there are 2 integers, if there are 2 integers of anything, like suppose for example let me take it as A and B. What is this A and B? A and B are nothing children. Don't worry about A and B. A and B are any 2 integers. Like if you can take any 2 integers. When you take any 2 integers, then when you take according to class 7, here we are learning these properties under 2 arithmetic operations, mainly for addition and subtraction. Okay, mainly we are learning it for addition and subtraction. So closure property tells you that if there are 2 integers A and B, then A plus B must be an integer. That means the result of A plus B should be an integer, and A minus B also should be an integer. Okay, A minus B also should be an integer. Why? And what is this? Why is this condition A plus B is an integer? For example, see. Suppose you are given 2 numbers which are integers. Suppose, see, minus 3 and plus 0. So minus 3 plus 0 actually becomes minus 3. Minus 3 plus 0 actually becomes minus 3. Yes. So when you do it, you are getting a number which is in the set of integers. Are you getting the number? Yes. You are getting an answer which is in the set of integers. In the similar manner, let me take another example. Minus 2 minus 3 is equals to minus 5. This is an integer. Okay. So you should know that the answer what you got or what is obtained by adding or by subtracting, the answers which are obtained are in the set of integers. They are not any other numbers. Okay, so that is what you have to observe. And the closure property tells that it is satisfied if A plus B is an integer only. This closure property is satisfied. And if A minus B is integer only, it is satisfied under subtraction. If A plus B is satisfied, the closure property is satisfied under addition. If A minus B is an integer, it is satisfied under subtraction. In the similar manner, this is about the closure property. So, I hope you understood. Nothing children, just a simple thing. Closure property is that if you have 2 integers which are A and B, A plus B should be an integer, and if it is an integer, closure property is satisfied under addition. If A minus B is an integer, closure property is satisfied under subtraction. Is that clear? Yes. Now what is the second one? Actually, let me explain even the second one also in the same video. Second one is a commutative property. What is it, children? Commutative property. Commutative property. So what is this commutative property? What is this telling about? Yes. Commutative property actually tells us that if, like we are taking here also in two cases, that means using two arithmetic operations, one under addition and one under subtraction. But when you are taking under addition, commutative property tells that there are two integers a comma b where a plus b is equals to b plus a. A plus b is equals to b plus a. And the answer of this both should be an integer. That means, what is the difference between this closure and commutative property then? Here they told a plus b is an integer or b plus a is an integer. But here only a plus b is an integer. That means commutative property states that in any order of the two integers, that means whether you take in a straight order or whether you take in a reverse order, a plus b or b plus a, it should become an integer. So that is the main theme of the commutative property. Okay, so when a plus b is equals to b plus a, it is an integer. That means commutative property is satisfied under addition. Commutative property is satisfied under addition. So is there a property which exists for subtraction for the commutative property? Yes. So see, check it out. See, a plus b. Now first let us take an example for the addition and then we'll go for the subtraction, children. See, addition. Suppose if I take two integers, any two integers you take, see 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4. So 3 plus 4 is 7 as well as 4 plus 3 is also 7 only. Yes or no? Yes? Yes. So when you add in any order, then it should become an integer. The answer should become an integer. So if it becomes an integer, that means the commutative property is satisfied under addition. Yes. So commutative property is satisfied under addition. Now let us check with the other arithmetic operation, which is further subtraction. Commutative property under subtraction. Now let us take two examples. 5, okay, minus 2. Suppose a and b are two integers we told. So a and b. 5 minus 2 is how much? Yes, 3. It is 3. But children, 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Is minus 3. According to the integer's value, it is minus 3. Okay. So 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So that is why the answers are not same. Yes, of course they are integers, but they are not equal. Here you have to remember two things for commutative property. One thing, in any order of them, the answer should be an integer. And the second thing, both the answers should be of the same. That means they should be equal. See, here you have equal for addition. So commutative property is satisfied under addition, but commutative property does not satisfy under subtraction. Why? Because you will get an integer, but you won't get the same answer. That means a minus b is not equal to b minus a. A minus b is not equal to b minus a. So by this video, what did you understand? Closure property satisfied both addition and subtraction. But commutative property is satisfied under only addition and it is not satisfied under subtraction. Yes. So I hope you understood both the properties. So I'll meet you in the next video with the other two properties of associative and distributive. Thank you for watching.